Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Nintova, and we are carrying on with Texas Gold. We are on episode 5, I believe, now. Can you believe that mess? What we're going to do is finish out the Shining Stars ones for the last bit of this. So we'll go ahead and start handling these, and hopefully we don't get locked out. That's my big fear, is that we're going to end up getting locked out some way, somehow on that. So Steel Canyon, so why don't we just go ahead and take our lovely base and get ourselves over to Steel Canyon. Right over here. Might take a run out to the Hollows too and see if indeed I can talk to uh, Julius. I don't believe so. I think I'm locked out of it, but I'll give it a shot just in case, just for knowing's sake. Because judging by what I saw on the chart, unless it's changed since that chart was made, and I believe that chart is actually quite old. That chart might have been made back at the end of Live. That's how old that thing is. So I don't know. At least I believe that's how old it is. This one's quite simple. I used to clear the whole thing, and you don't need to. And especially if you're interested in saving levels. If you're not interested in that, then by all means, go ahead and you can clear all back here. There's not a great deal of them, to be honest with you. But really, all you need to do is just cruise right over here and talk to her. Then she's going to pull her normal abandon you, because that's how she rolls. She's different like that. Yo, what up, girl? Then you go here, and then she's off and running. And so now all we're going to do is handle the couple of missions that it's given us. Excuse you. Wow, that was quite the lag jump. Like it. So we take these guys out. Then we click on this, and we're going to be confronted by some evil guys. Bad guys, evil. I don't know. Evil? I don't know. Are they? Probably. Then they come right here, and he's a caster type of person, a pet guy. So take him out. That hopefully that doesn't prove problematic for us. So then it wants us to go over here. If you cut through here, you won't have to go through all the people over there. Don't need to talk to them. You just bop these guys, and then it's going to be a repeat of what happened on the other side. Click on this. Then we get some people popping up. Then there's that. And then now we need to go over here. And if you kind of skirt this stuff, you won't have to fight anybody else. Let's go over here. And this is where you meet up with her and you start learning about her sordid past. They're going to dialogue, nothing you can do about it. And he's going to boogie on out of here. Rochelle. I've only ever known one other Miss Rochelle in my entire life, and she was a special brand of crazy. She really was. I worked with her when I was in high school. I worked at Burger King, the burger flipper. She worked there, and the two gals that were there that worked with us, her and Robin, were both just bananas. That was different. And I am just getting some crazy lagging going on. Although it is Saturday, so uh what up, Manticore? I know she ran off. She does that. She's crazy like that. Get over here now. Dude, I will knock the British out of your face, what I'll do. Talk to me like that, jackass. You feel me? You with your breath and your teeth. Now we'll contact Rochelle. Yeah, sounds good to me. By the way, you're useless. I mean, you know this obviously, but I want you to know that I know. Turn that off. How my Lanta, this thing is crazy. My controls are just acting odd. Stop the Hellions summoning. Okay, this one is fun, but it can also could be kind of tough. You're going to be in here with our good friend Grim, the Wonder Kilted Dog. But sometimes these can be a bit of a chore. And it's because of her, the girlfriend from hell. She can be a bit of a thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do the reveal. And I think what I will do is upgrade all my stuff and stuff. So we're up to 20s now, which is great. Let's go ahead and crank this on. Take that off. Burn a couple of those. Let's see if we can't. Oh, well, that didn't work like I wanted. You might want to back up, puppy dog. Yeah, and you can see that the fire that they lay down is the big issue with those gals. So, and if you tab target, you'll be able to locate them in here because this place is a little bit difficult to get around in. But let's go ahead and do this. We'll do that. We'll do that. All right, get out of the fire because fire bad and gay. Let's go ahead and take you, and we'll give ourselves a nice little boost in the old health department. Very good. I know the last one is generally upstairs, so we'll. And he can actually take enough damage to where he stops helping, so be aware of that as well. It is the last altar. Okay, so it is going to be upstairs. We will go ahead and do a little jump up here because it's going to be right there. So let's do this again. Get out of that. And when we get the altar, that guy likes getting hurt, apparently. Now we got to go up and deal with the dude upstairs. And frankly, he's easier than taking out the gals, honestly. He looks big and nasty, but it's he's not nearly as difficult. That's him right there. And you can see he drops pretty quick. Done and done. Get out of here. I didn't want to swap you. I wanted to click you. But I did swap it. It was me. I was the one controlling it. I need to calm down. I don't need to go there. I need to go here. Not a problem. Thanks and all that good stuff. I'll smell you later, fool. Call her. Ask about missions. Yep, I'm aware. I'm aware that you're a dipshit. That's what I'm aware of. So investigate the clockwork presence in Steel Canyon. Well, that sounds just fine to me. And I see Julius here. He's going to be in inactives, aren't you? I think yeah, he's here. Yep. So I can't, that pretty much definitively answers that. I can't do anything with it. So, you know, we're not going to cry over spilt milk. That was a want, not a need. It would have been nice, but we can actually, maybe it'll give me an opportunity to show you how to use the Ouroboros past missions type of thing, the flashback missions. And actually, why don't we do that? So we'll finish these up and we'll do the rescue the Mystic Gal. We'll get that one handled because it's one that we need. This one's a little bit goofy right here. I am not going to lie. This one's Conan talking to a few people. Hello, Mr. Clockworks. Are you guys in here? I'd like to talk. And by talk, I mean shoot. In the face. Can I shoot you? And then punch you? And then throw things at you? Then hit you? And I'll do that. You guys came out of the woodwork. All right, thank you so much. And if you see inside here, you can see something going on over there. Yeah, wait till you see this. Hello, what are you guys doing in here? Is there like a meeting? Oh, what is going on with that poor guy? Let's go ahead and do a double punch. Oh, yeah. No, no, you're not going to run away. Excuse me, sir. I fear I am no match for these metal monstrosities. No mind. I mean, it's just mind over matter, pal. You don't mind, it don't matter, right? Sounds legit. Let's do this. Now he can get taken out, uh, completely eliminated. So just be aware of that. There's a lot of these guys, and you know, like any AI, he has no preservation sense whatsoever. So, oh yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. I guess we're going to face everybody in here instead of, go around them. Let's go ahead and do that. Make my life keeping you alive harder. You're over there getting your butt kicked, aren't you? Well, I'm dealing with this guy. How far down are Yeah, I mean, you're an idiot, what you are. This is where we want to be, right here. And then we have some investigating to do. Okay, let's bring that guy over here before he does. You can see the flashing over here, trash can and that. Apparently I missed. All right, so let's go over here. Maybe he won't go after those guys because all we need is this, that, and we're done. That's it. Now, I'm pretty sure he's not going to let us do it, but I'm going to give it the old college try. Then we got to escape an ambush, I believe. Hey, look at that. What are you Yeah, you ran over there. I mean, I don't think I lose anything for not keeping you alive. So, you know what? You feel like you got it? Go ahead and do it. Because there's no badge or anything associated with keeping that knucklehead alive. And I don't have time for it. Time is money, and that fool ain't worth the bill. You know what I'm saying? All right. And we're out of here. See you later, no mind. Go back to active. Go back to the top. Call her up. Available missions. Everything okay? Of course it's not okay because look at you. I mean, seriously. All right. Now we need to go up here and do a little shopping, sort of. Good old icon place. This is where you can make changes to your hero. This differs from being able to do it inside the super group base or at any of the trainers in that in this one. Let's go ahead and go through this, blah, 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 whatever. Oh, I guess it's because I'm on a mission. It may not let me do it. I was going to try and go inside. There we go. So the main difference is that you can change your height right here. And you can change your body type right here. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one, which is right over here, right? Oh, wait, that's the burning building, isn't it? It is. Contact, gadget receipts. Let's see. Select, select, select. Thank you. That way. My goodness. This server lag is bananas today. Glad I'm not farming. I was going to do a little bit of farming. And I don't know why the server, it's got to be on my side because this is Torchbearer. And I'm going to be real honest with you. Torchbearer doesn't have lag. It just doesn't. I don't believe I've ever had an instance where it's a problem. So this could very well be my network connection is having some kind of an issue. I might have to reset my router, but hopefully it's not messing with this recording. That would really suck. We're going to go ahead and just pretend everything is hunky-dory. We're already up to level 18. Level 18, trying not to level. And I'm thinking seriously about after we get through with this episode, perhaps uh, doing what I normally would do. Usually in the 16 to 18 range, I'd start doing the task forces. And so maybe we'll move over to Excelsior and just start banging out those task forces. Now, it's a mixed bag, right? Sometimes you get great groups that, everything works wonderfully, and sometimes you don't. Generally, they all take about an hour, or a little bit more then, and also depending on, you know, the people that you're with. Last night, I was playing on another character that I had made, a brand new one, joined a posse, and it took nearly 15 minutes for it to get going because people were AFK and all of that. Generally, I would be like pretty discouraged with it and just leave them to their own devices. But I didn't. I hung around, and they were a good group of people. They were fun. Uh, they weren't particularly organized at all. We had one person that was the typical, you know, typical melee person, which is unfortunate because that's my favorite class to play. I'm a tanker at heart. It's what I generally love playing, and turning most other classes into tankers more or less the way I play them. But he would just run ahead of everybody without support. I was the heal. I was kinetics and healing, and he would just leave us and go off and get himself killed, like chain killed. 13 deaths on that mission, and they were all him. Every single one of them. Ridiculous. Kept trying to tell him, like, follow us. Don't go rushing ahead. And he was new, allegedly. He didn't. He said he had never done it and he wasn't sure what to do. And we're like, well, then, maybe you should follow. But yeah, that's what you get. It's an MMO and it's their class, their tune, they're the person behind the computer. So, they're going to play how they want to play. All you can do is try and teach them up. And if they don't listen, then, I didn't go chasing after them to heal them. I stuck with the group. My job is to keep the group upright. And that's what I did. Oh, now we got to go to the transit. Let's see here. I wonder. I haven't checked this out on this that I know of. Sometimes when you go into, no, it's not here. Cancel. When you go into this, you can actually transition from this. When you get on the other side, you turn around and then click it again like you're leaving, right? And it'll have the transit up top. Not the case in this instance. That's fine. We'll just go here. Actually, I should have probably went to Talos. Talos is a bit closer to the tram, but that's fine. This'll work. We'll make it work. We're about to get a little more in the weeds with her past. There's our mission right there. Let's go ahead and hop off the board. Okie dokie. Let's turn this off. And this one, we're going to basically go to the behind the bookshelf there to the computer room place. We're going to then have a bit of an ambush going on. So we'll go over to here, and then we just have to make our way out. And this one requires us to make it all the way to the door and take all the people out that are in the ambush. So just be prepared for that. It's not particularly difficult. Depending on the class, the AT that you have, it can be maybe a little bit difficult, but shouldn't be too bad. Not at our level. So it's going to go here and then, oh, Twinshot, why do you suck? I'll do that. And all of y'all can have some of that. And then you just run straight back out. So there'll be several groups that you'll need to encounter, right? So you'll go through the door and then say it through the door. Yeah, it's definitely got some lag. I'm pretty sure it's my end. I'll have to double check and see what my latency is. I might be having packet loss and stuff like that. Usually there's some right there, and then the last group will be usually right down here. But I don't see anybody. And it's not going to complete the mission until you defeat the ambushes. That's really wild. That is really wild. Okay. We got to go back in. Unfortunate. This is usually a very quick one, but you know, these things happen. You got to just roll with it. Can't get too discouraged, right? Yeah, there's usually a group that's right there. Then you can have some on this landing, and then you'll face the final group right there. I'm not sure where the disconnect is. I'm not sure where everything's at. Hmm. Nothing in between here and there. Did something show up inside here maybe that I missed and I've got to take it out for everything else to trigger? No. Well, now I'm confused. Genuinely confused. There shouldn't be anything this direction. Oh, there is, though. But they shouldn't have been there. That's not the way you go. You just need to work your way straight back out. I mean, the deal with the ambushes, yeah, now it is acting right. That's weird. I mean, the definition of an ambush is they come to you, right? That's strange. Well, I like getting this stuff at least on video showing the weirdness. I like when weird things happen, but that one was just kind of very odd. Meet up in Skyway with Synapse around 6 something or other. That is such a long, miserable one. That's the one everybody just has to embrace the suck. And that is a very long uh, story arc. What do you call it? Task Force. Where did you come from? You jumped back up off the ground after you're already defeated and took a shot at me and then fell back down. I mean, there is just weirdness going on. I'm gonna punch you in the face. What I'm gonna do. All right. Well then. All right. Let's see if we. Nope. Confer with. Oh, that's right. I've got to go back to the university. Hey, excuse you. Something's definitely not right here. It said you need to talk to somebody you can trust. The only person you can trust is the newest person in there, just like you. All right, and then let's go ahead and go to the mission, select the task, and it should point us directly at university, which it does. Lovely stuff. Pretty busy today. We accept squirrels in tank form. I'll bring you my tank and show you what an AFK farmer looks like, yo. My two are beasts. Yeah, Twinshot tried to have me killed, dude. Can you believe that mess? Killed me with a sword, Mal. How weird is that? All right, contact. Ask about available. What do you want me to do? Right. Oh, all right. I'm glad I didn't go far. We gotta go talk to the puppy dog again. Yo, dude, you are not gonna believe this. She's heading to the base. I'll see you there. And now we need to go to King's Row. So let's do that. We will utilize our fast travel because what's the point of having it if you don't use it? And then we will hook a turn here. And this is all going to be coming to a head. I'm glad we got to do all the missions. Basically, we did everything we wanted to do. I was hopeful for the Julius mission, but you know, I wasn't positive to be frank. So now I am. I don't know why I want to be frank. I mean, I am Bill, but you know, Frank apparently is who I feel like being right now. Don't judge me. Here's this, and you can see the doors right here. And then we got to kind of rescue people. This will look all too familiar. What up, girl? I see you're in the business of getting your butt kicked again, and business is good. No, no, sir, you don't get to go away. And then she disappears because, why would she want to help me help others? I mean, that'd be too much like a hero. And what the what? As we already found out, she is 1 foot into the villain side. If she doesn't get the accolades and the attention that she desires and craves, she will become not so good. That's her makeup. And that's what the assessment was of her. All right, there's that. And now we can go ahead and go here. Don't need to go up there. One more to go, I believe, if I remember correctly. Here, see? What up, guys? Hey, nice shot. That's why I said, hey, man, nice shot. Ah. With me, it's all about the music, you know? You're getting on my last nerve, fool. I'm just going to tell you right now. Where did you come from? Did I miss you? Musta. All right. You're just appearing out of the woodwork. I want you first. I missed. I feel like Ed Gruberman. I'm going to catch a boot to the head. You're not supposed to miss. You're just not. Any type of 15 plus tanks, welcome. Tanks only, huh? I was waiting on my recoveries there. We're good to go. Now let's go ahead and do the final confrontation, and we will be done with this mess. This takes forever, this dialoguing. It's just ridiculous. They want you to stand right here? Yeah, I don't think so. Homie, don't play that. Get right in the middle of it, and you guys can all take a nice dose of ouchie from my aura. One of my favorite lines is here. Ew, gross. Can somebody trade with me? Should be playing the music from As the World Turns right here. For all my children, something. I mean, okay. Ew, gross. Does anybody want to switch? Everybody gets to free ride. And you get that. That's that. Now we get to talk to him. You're confused. There's something wrong with you. What's wrong with your face? And then to finish it all out, we have to have a face to face with Twinshot. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And that'll be all where it all started from with her uh, in Atlas Park. Right here. And here we go. Right over here. Turn that off. What up, Twinshot? How's Proton? Not like we really care. You guys are all idiots. Done and done. Badge earned. And now if we go into here and go to personal info and check our badges out, we're going to have the full suite of badges from them now. There's our supernovas. So here's the three you get: Shining Star, Brightest Sun, and Supernova. So we have all of those. There's our Savior of Atlas Park. We have the Complicated from the Hollows mission, Skullbuster from doing the missions there. You should see the other guy from doing the Eagle Eye mission, the flashback mission there. So we're looking pretty stinking sweet. Now, at this point, I don't see any problem leveling ourselves up. And then we will start attacking a couple of these flashback missions real quick. So let me pull up this and talk to Miss Liberty. New level of power. Look at that. We're going to go up to 14 now. Woohoo! Look at us go, 14. What? And so I think what I want to do is go to super jump is what we were going to take there. So we finally have a movement power. Train up the next level. I think we definitely want to have that. Why don't we go ahead and bump one here? Train up the next level. Soul Drain's going to be our choice. That's going to give us, if you hover over the top of it, this one gives us, increases our own strength and the foes. It's a point blank AoE is what it is. It's pretty nice. So we'll go here. That's a 1-point wonder for me. Now I've got those. Why don't we do you and we will go, why don't we go Whirlpool and we'll get the recharge going on that. And from here, we're going to be going to Water Jet for sure. And then that should be done there. And now let us begin to, yeah, so that'll be a recharge. That'll be, what do I want on you? I think I'm gonna put a recharge in you as well. So why don't we do that? So let's go all the way to the bottom, start working our way up. We want one of you. We want two of you. We want 1, 2, 3 of you. Right, and let's place those real quick and see where we're at, and then we'll get our jumping distance one in. So that's all those. Then we've got, oh, I went one too many recharges is what I did. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and combine them. So let's see here. If this one is under leveled, so if we upgrade I'll do this real quick. You can see that all these upgrade to 21. Essentially, that's what I did. I took those two. It was a kind of expensive way to do it, but that's what I did there. So let's go ahead and grab our jump and the accuracy. Jump right here, accuracy right here, and I believe we are set. We are. All right. And then let's go ahead and put our super jump up here. Take this off the taskbar because it shows up when you hit the button, it's going to show up here anyway. This allows you to double jump, and double jump is fantastic because it basically allows you to fly for all intents and purposes. So let's go here. Excuse you. Thank you. Now, I hate to leave this on the video, but I need to go get a cough drop real quick because I'm starting to have a real bad throat tickle. I'm going to be right back. Apologies about that. Not very professional, but when you're sick, that's what you got to do sometimes. It was getting really, really bad, really uncomfortable. All right, we are going to utilize this beast right here. So all you do is click into it and accept access missions, and then they're separated in your level groupings, right? So we have this one. This first mission is it doesn't really give you anything, but it's necessary for you to complete all the ones here. And you can see that we've done all but two of them. So this is the one that is the second mission uh, in the one fella I told you that you could either use him or her. They both end up in the same place. But what we are interested is actually none of those. We want to go here. We want to go rescue the mystic. Now, I love using this one for doing some of the limits. So what we're going to do is this one is my favorite one to do all these. I can accomplish all of these with this one mission, just doing it over and over and over again. So we're going to go for the gold, which means that we have to complete it within 30 minutes. We are going to go with 0 defeats. And then right here, there's several different things you can do. Only AT powers means that you would not get access to any of these, the gray ones. You wouldn't have those. You can only use your main powers, which is not really bad at all. So, no travel powers is exactly like what it sounds like. And because it's in Perez Park, no travel powers can be kind of a pain depending on where it's at. But I've actually done no travel powers with a gold level time limit and not a problem. But typically these days, if I want to use the no travel powers, I'm going to put it on the longest one possible to give myself the best opportunity of completing it without an issue. Because if you fail any one of these, you fail the mission. So we are going to go with and no temporary powers is exactly like what that sounds like. You wouldn't have like the void skiff. So if I didn't have my movement power, I would only have these. It'd be just like taking no travel power. So just be aware this is what it's going. I'm going to take only AT powers, and then I am going to accept this current one. So we are gold level. Team is 0 defeats and only AT powers. So let's do that. And then leave. And then if you click it again, you can teleport to the contact. And then he's going to be really close to the border that you need to go through to get into Perez Park. So that's him right here. We have to come back to him when we're done. You can see that it has dropped our level. We're now level 14. And so you can see that I don't have the super jump because level 14 is gone, or the level that I took it at. So if I had taken my movement power before this level, before the restriction, anywhere 14 and under, then it would have been fine. And you can see that our timer is going right here. You can see that the different restrictions that we have upon ourselves. So let's go ahead and get after this. This shouldn't take but about 7 minutes or so. Even with me, taking a full minute describing what's going on, should be able to accomplish this right around 7 minutes, depending on where it's at, and depending on the luck of the draw with the mission map. The mission map can vary wildly, and they are not all created equal. I can tell you, some are just a pain in the booty. So we haven't done this place yet. We will get this one. I'll get the merits for this after we complete this mission. We'll come back in here and grab all these. There's a little trick in here that I find useful. So as far as the location goes, we're in a pretty good spot because it could be actually buried in these trees, which are a maze inside of there. This one's going to be over by where the GM spawns. So you want to be kind of aware of that. And there's actually a badge right here too. So we'll snag that while we're right here. There's 2 badges really close. One right here. And then right over here at the fountain. Go to the second level right here. Multitasking. That's what we do. Y'all can get off of my face. There we go. All right. So first thing I would do is go ahead and reveal the map and see what we're dealing with. This one's not bad. This one's actually not bad at all. So there is a name that you can face inside of here as well. So I'll do that. Interesting that it still gives me soul drain, but I don't have combat jumping. Interesting. So we want to go this way. I'm guessing it could be in here, but I don't think so. I think that's going to be where the named is at. And it's not necessary to grab him or to take him out. You don't really get anything for it. You guys can follow me if you want. There she is. The Mystic is right there. Now this guy can be irritating because he can mez you and make you go to sleep. So go ahead and do this. And then once we get that done and talk to her, she'll actually help. She'll actually help with these guys. So all we got to do is escort her back out. So make sure that your running powers are off because you'll outdistance her. She's actually, of the AIs, she might be the smartest one. She actually does a really good job of keeping up. Not like that one guy that we tried to rescue from the burning building. That guy was, and he was dumb as a box of rocks. So you'll get that raid going through, and you can see that she's really good about mezzing, and she's really good if you mez. She's really good about not breaking your mez, which is something that a lot of AIs will do. We should have a clean run here. As soon as you get her to the door, there'll be another ambush coming, but you can just leave at that point. You don't have to stick around and take them out. All you have to do is get her to say thanks, blah, blah, blah. There it is. It tells you there, we got them all, only AT powers. And then you can see, well, they're not here. Usually you would get an ambush coming at you. That's fine. I don't mind being a fibber at that point. So now we're here. And you are still stuck at this level until you go talk to the guy. So just be aware of that. And of course, he is all the way across the zone here. And what that does is you can see we got the gold medalist, we got the all for one for all, and the contributor, and we got Spelunker for getting her out of there. So we got 4 badges in one go. That doesn't suck. Then let's see how we're doing with our merits. Yeah, we got 2 more that we can go. Ooh, and we got about another million, 1.2 going on right there. Let's see. I mean, I'm not opposed to checking things out right here, right now. So we'll get you back up over 10. Oh, we can't do that, but we can do you. We'll post you. 11.2. Yeah, that's about right. So we've got about another million coming. So we're right back at 12 million again, more or less. And then you get a lot of merits for doing the ATs for any of the task forces. The ATFs are fun. I like them. I'm glad we took the rocket board. It actually fits him pretty well. I kind of dig it. I don't know why I was thinking it was so much more difficult to see around than the skiff. Maybe it's just perception was my reality, and it was incorrect. So you just talk to him, and now you see that we're back to our normal level. So let's go back in. And we'll go ahead and knock that zone out as far as getting our exploration badges. This one would be really easy, and actually doing Boomtown would be quite easy too. Boomtown's not hard to do at this level. be aware that there can be some very high level people here that will be left behind from somebody doing a mission uh, that happens in this zone. I've been wiped out. I used to level in here back on live. This used to be one of my favorite places to come, but that's a long time ago. So let's go ahead and start knocking these out. This one is right here. Then let's go ahead and go back around and behind ourselves. And if you get enough altitude, you can see this little hole in the canopy. Go through that. Then look for the skinniest entrance. You can see that there's several that are in here when you come in through that hole. You're looking for the narrowest entrance, which is this one. Come in here, and you'll get the badge there. I am getting stuck on everything. I am blind in one eye, can't see out the other. Then go back up and over. And then if we come here, this is where we come in from Atlas Park right there. If you look here, there's going to be an entrance, and you can see it's got those two lights. You're shooting for that, and make a left, and then make a right. And on this bridge right here, I was skidding out of control, yo. Go ahead and get the one in the corner. It's not in the corner, actually. It's you drop down beside the wall right here. There's going to be a break in the canopy, and it'll be right here. All right. Now let's back this out and see. I did one side already for the most part down here. See, let's just go straight through. We'll go across that and work our way around. It's probably the easiest way. It's the way that I'm most familiar with anyway. And again, all of these, when you get the exploration bonus completed in every zone or every badge in the zone, it's worth 5 merits. So that's a guaranteed booster. So essentially, you can say that each zone is worth between 4 and 900,000 influence. So there's this one, and then up and over is going to be another one right over here. And we're going to get some knowledge ones for this. The name is escaping me, but they're basically scholar badges for getting all of these plaques that we're doing, and those are necessary for the accolade that we want eventually. So this will be right down here. All right. And then we're going to go around. We can actually do these pretty easy doing it this way. So why don't we do that right here. Then right across by this tree right here. We're going to end up backtracking, but yeah, it is what it is. This is the other one over here. And then now we'll get the two that are on the piers or docks or whatever you want to call them. And let's see, it is right over here, that one. Yep. Right here. And then there's another one right over here. And that should be everything. And it is. Very, very good. Let's go ahead and clean that out. Done and done. And you can see that you've got several access points to this place as far as that goes. I'm saying that too much. We're going to go back through here, however. Let's see here, and just go ahead and sell what we've got. We'll hit the merit vendor up in the Capitol building over here and call this the end of it. Insofar as doing these solo missions from this point on, really, it's just more beneficial for you to start doing task forces. And you can do from here the soloing experience. You kind of figure it out. It's not too awful difficult, but really the way to do is just to go into your base, right, or use my base, or use um, the transfer portals. There's several that are on different servers that they're there for universally for everybody to use as a transport portal base, and just go to the zones and get a badge in each zone is the first thing you're going to want to do if I was you. So let's go. We got 3 of those. So nice. We are doing pretty well. AH, then salvage. 3 and 1. Get all our influence. Very nice. That's very nice. And then why don't we, while I'm thinking about it, we got about 5 minutes before 3, 5, something. We got a few. We got a little bit of time. Ain't the boss of us. Why don't we head to Pocket D really quick? Uh, thank you. Let's just see how we are set up for this. Curious. So right over here where we come in on the red side, to the left over here is the vault, but there's also these little workbenches right here for crafting. Let's see if we can't get a few. So we can do this one. And you can tell because you can see that these are grayed out and it's missing one. So I'm missing a mutant blood sample. Now, what's nice about doing it here and instead of in the base is that if I wanted that mutant blood sample, I could just simply AH, and then you've got salvage down here, and you could just say mutant blood sample, and it's going to autocomplete for you. And then you can search, and then you can see that it's right here, and you can see what recipes are that is used for that. You can see how many are for sale. It's an absurd amount, and they're relatively cheap. So if I was to put in here, whoa, I don't want to give somebody that much. Make the offer, grab that, get it, and now you can see this pops up, and now we can create that. So let's go ahead and create that. We're going to create that. We'll go ahead and create that. Now this, you want to pay attention to what it is that it's asking for, because some of these can get pretty stinking expensive. There is a cost you can see of influence that's necessary to create these. And so, like, say for instance, this one, we have unearthed. So let's go ahead and go on relic and then enter. That's cheap. I'll make the offer on that. Is there any shared ones? There is not. So let's get that. And then symbiotic armor. Hello. And you can see 475,000 for that, right? So now what you would want to do is just check out, well, okay, how much does that sell for? So crafted, we can go to, that is cloud senses. What is that? Is that a It's not a hold, is it? I don't think so. No. This is where I struggle finding stuff. Immobilize? No. Sleep? Maybe? Spiciable? Nope, not that. Slow movement? No. Stun? I mean, I'm batting 0. To hit debuff? Uh, what did I miss? I don't do this very often, so yeah, clearly you can tell. Is that a fear? I doubt it. No. Defense debuff? No. Confuse? That sounds correct. It's not, but it sounded correct. What the actual heck? All right. I mean, thanks. Cloud senses. And then we're looking for, this is a to hit debuff, endurance recharge. I'm just wanting to see how much it charges because we need to endo recharge. Okay, so let's go to, we're level 18, right? So this would be, so it's, I mean, we'll make about 1.9 million ish. So it's still, we're still on the positive side, right? It's not great, but it could be worse for sure. So but I know that I can get this another way. And so what we'll do is hold off on that. Well, I'll show you where, right? You can actually specifically target that by going over here into the AE missions. And up top is where you would sell the tickets that you can get for doing missions up here, right? And there's this person right here. And if you was to go to the invention salvage, it's pretty much top one. It's right here. You need 540 tickets. That can be as little as 1 mission, or it can be 2 missions, not more than 2. It'll be 2 or 1. And then you just simply buy it outright, and there you go, you have it. And what I would suggest doing, if I was you, you can do this at level 1, this particular one. We'll run a mission real quick. I'll show you what it looks like. So when you come into here, these are all the architect missions. Go into search options, right? And then go into more. And then what I want to do is, we haven't done anything in this one, but when we get done doing it, we will be able to find it easier by choosing completed and voted, and then it'll be the only thing showing. But we're not going to put it now because we've never done a mission. So I want to go to Tunnel Witches, and I'm going to search. And this is the one you want right here, is Tunnel Witches by Gangrel. Quick level 2 EB, XP farm set to +1 for more blah blah. And this one is super easy. So what you would do is you would go to play, and because we have the 100% EXP, if we took standard rewards, we would really get nothing. We would only get some drops that are going to be really kind of piss poor, to be honest with you. So we want to go to architect rewards, and that will give us tickets instead. So instead of influence, which we don't have access to influence anyway, right? So now what we want to do is go and talk to her, go to available missions, accept, and leave, and then click into this, and it's going to take us into the mission. Now this mission is going to set our level all the way to 2. You can see right there. And you can see all of these guys. So what you're going to want to do when you come into here is do exactly like what I do. Set those up. Now I can turn that off, but I don't have access to those. Do have that, so I'll turn that one on. I don't want to have the aura on, and you don't need to have stealth to do this. So what you want to do is this left wall, you're going to hug it all the way around. So grab it right here, go all the way around, and just keep following it, even over this rubble pile. Stay as left as you can, and you're not going to alert those witches. We're going to go around the corner, and we're looking for a guy at the end on his knees, and you can see him right there. I got lucky. This is the E2 place to find him. Sometimes he can be on this side, and as soon as you click on him, he'll run and try and attack. Right here, if you click on him and then back up, he's going to come to you and he's going to buff you up. And that's what you want. He is your healer and your buffer, and he helps attack as well. He's not terribly bright, but let him buff you up. He'll give you 2 buffs. I believe 3, actually. He can give you up to 3 buffs. Once it appears like he's done with the buffing process, we will go ahead and pull out the pet for defense, and he will buff that as well. And now we're ready. And so if you take them out in this order that I'm going to show you and do only one at a time, these are all bosses. All of them are. So they're going to be tough. So what you want to do is give yourself the best shot at taking them out. Not hard, though. I mean, it's really not hard. Like I said, I do this at level. This used to be my original way of leveling up, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and move this here. When I first got back, this is what I recall doing. To make myself money and levels, I used to ride this gravy train to like level 16, but it's not as effective as getting the reward merits for XP exploration, the exploration badges. But this is the way I was talking about. And they regen really, really quick with their stuff. So it doesn't take long. This takes about, I want to say about 10 minutes or so to work our way all the way through the map. It's linear. It's not got any off branches. These guys are laid out just like this, but some of them are closer than others. This is, man, it feels just like riding a bike. I'm right back into the flow with this because there's a way of doing it to where you're only going to be attacking one person at a time if you're smart, unless he decides otherwise and runs off and does something goofy, which I mean, don't be surprised if he does because he's kind of a mouth breather. And the experience in here is actually surprisingly good, even at my level. You're going to, because these are bosses that are 2 levels above me, you're going to see that it moves the old bar pretty good. You're seeing down here, I'm taking chunks out of that EXP bar. It's coming along really nice. So this is one of the ones where you got to kind of be selective on who you're taking out because all of these guys are sort of within detection range of each other. So what you want to do is pick this one, not the knockback, and pull back over here by the truck. And if you just hide behind this, she will work her way towards you and then take her out here. And then we'll do the one on the same side that we're on here and pull them behind the truck as well. And then you should have no problems getting singles this way. So this one you can see is just behind that one. And then it keeps a count. We've got 16 more bosses to go. That's a lot of bosses. We're going to absolutely level up in this. We're gonna gain a level in here, even at our level. It's a very nice way of leveling up. Like I said, cheese. This is definitely cheesy. And I don't know that anybody remembers this method anymore, or this map even. This map is old. This map is really old. They resist knockdown quite a bit. I'm surprised she actually fell, to be honest with you. These are all kind of close to each other too. I'll just range her and let her get in and then start going to fisticuffs with her. Excuse you. Come on. There you go. I don't want to dilly-dally too much. She'll start regenerating that health back. Yeah, look at that, leveled up already. We'll get a couple of bars in as well before we're done with this because we've got quite a few left to go. But you can see how many tickets we're getting right here, and the experience is just superb for doing it in here. We're getting way better experience in here than we were in the missions, honestly. Now, the mission rewards are better, but yeah, if you were looking to level up, look no further than right here. You can see she's right here, and then this is the final leg. I'll knock you back into the truck. Moving right along. Bring her back here. Otherwise, he will go and attack that one, guaranteed. Three more. Moving right along. Kind of nice to have your own personal buff bot, isn't it? I think I finally lost my pet. I did. I'm not going to worry about it. I just have it there for something else for the bosses to focus on if I mess up somehow. She's the last one. And because we got items from fighting in here, I believe that was worth a badge as well. So you exit out, and when you exit out, you have to talk to the witch at the beginning that we did to get into it. Talk to him again to finish it up. Make sure that you vote on it, and then I just pick whatever you want. You can do just like that, and then finished, and then leave. And that way, if you come in here and you go again, let's go ahead and clean this all out. Let's go to clear and less. Well, it's going to show all. It's got still got tunnels. I wanted to show you just what it looks like without all that stuff. But all you would do is come in, like I said, and let me clean it out again here. And you would just go to the more search options. I cleared it out, but it's not cleaning. I thought it would take me back to the thing. But if you just put on completed and voted and search, these are the ones that I've done on this account. This one I would totally suggest doing as well. This is really quick and it gives you badges. It's very short. Let's play that. We'll go architect rewards as well. It's right here. Accept. Jump in. This one's linear. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to clean it out just to show you how linear it is. I mean, it doesn't get much more linear than that. And it actually even sort of tells you what you're supposed to be doing in here. So if you come inside this room and you look, there's this, and you click on it and it says destroy it. So you got to take that out. Or, miss, because that's what I felt like doing. So there's that, right? Click on the dog. Now you've rescued him, right? Now we got to take out this person. Right. Then we got to click on this. And click on that. And we're done. Just that simple. Finish this one off. Make sure you vote, all that good stuff. Finish. That way you see it when you come back. And then let's go ahead and double check how we're doing here. Go upstairs. Do I have enough merits to get it? Invention salvage? I don't. I've got 450. So it would take 2 missions to get it. But then I could buy that and you get that in your inventory to be able to utilize for crafting. Not too bad. And if you go into, I'm sorry, if you go into your salvage, your tickets are inside of here as well. You can see right here, 450 mission architect tickets. And that's where you sell those at. So let's see how we do with these enhancements here. So this one, that's not bad. So I see that somebody went large on it. I would go 250 on that. Put it in there for sale for 250 and post it. It's going to charge you, but it's sold immediately. So maybe I might have undersold on that one. Wow, this one's anywhere from 500 to 1,000,000. Now, if you want to play the long game, then you could certainly put it in for 1,000,000 and then just leave it, and eventually it'll sell. I can see that there's 313 for sale and there's only 151 bidding. So maybe if I want to go a little bit under, I go 900 million. Now there's some that you definitely don't need to do this with. This is just going at, for instance, and you can see it didn't immediately sell. So that'll sit there until such time as somebody decides that they want to do it and they play that game, that 500,000 no, 600,000 no, that kind of thing. This one, I'm going to say this one is probably 450. I'm going to post that and then done. Just leave those the way they are. We're happy all day. Then what we can do is train up to a new level because we leveled up. What do I want to do? Water jet's pretty good. It hits pretty hard. If I look at that one, that is... I'm going to double check on mids to see what water jet is at a high damage. I think it is. Oh, it is. Okay, yeah. So why don't we go ahead and do that? And that way, we're just a little bit closer to doing respectable damage. We're going to go ahead and log out in here so we can get another badge. But anyway, that is it. That's everything for the low leveling experience going up. We're now, basically mid-level, right at, getting close to. So now it's time to start hitting those ATFs. I think what I will do is maybe move this guy over to Excelsior, and maybe I'll record those. We'll see how it goes. I'll put one in the bag and see what I think about it. But anyway, appreciate you hanging out. Really do. Hope everybody is surviving and thriving out there, taking really good care of each other. Until next time, my friends, be good humans.